With declining interest and creative bankruptcy, many people have been losing faith in hip hop this year. From labels prioritizing the latest trend over creativity to many of the most revered rappers hinting at retirement, the question people are asking is, where does hip hop go from here? With this brewing chaos clouding rap's future and the fight between the creatives and the cons raging, there is only one artist who can change the course of hip hop at this point. This one artist is in the very prime of their career, and they possess the one power that many are failing to harness: hype. The artist I am talking about is, of course, Travis Scott, and his upcoming project Utopia will be the most important album of the decade. When it comes to Utopia, there has been no album in modern hip hop history that is quite the musical landmark like it. It is one of the most highly anticipated albums in rap history, and with Travis Scott's worldly appeal and one-of-a-kind artistic vision, he has the chance to push hip-hop into the next generation in staggering fashion. What separates the hype of Utopia from other massive rap albums like Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers or Kanye West's Donda is the simple fact that Utopia represents something much bigger than just a single artist. Albums from the likes of Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole or Drake and Kanye at this point are celebrating and expanding on the legacies of some of the most impactful rappers of all time, and no matter how well put together or how popular these albums are, they are no longer representing the wider shifts within the artistry of hip-hop and music as a whole. Utopia is an album that is putting the beauty of modern hip-hop on its back and powering it into something more revolutionary than we could ever imagine. From the listening party alone, we can see how Travis Scott is taking presentation to the next level as he is going to the pyramids of Giza. Going to the most wondrous and infatuating historical site of our existence represents the sheer spirit and ambition Travis Scott is bringing to Utopia. He is about to engulf us in another world both musically and spiritually. If you don't believe me, just listen to what Travis said himself about the album. Utopia is something that people feel is so far-fetched and out of reach, some perfect state of mind, but you create it yourself. There are people who achieve Utopia every day. They may not be the richest people with the dopest cribs, but it's a utopia wherever they are, and that's the most you can have. With every album, I live in these worlds in my mind. I'm trying to show people experiences where utopian things can exist and you can enjoy yourself and have a good time. They can create energy that spews out magical things, new cures, new buildings, new avenues for people to move forward. People need to see that Utopia is real. What we can see directly from Travis's mindset is that Utopia is going to offer us something more mystical and otherworldly than any other album can. The album is doing more than telling a story or creating a mood. It's about building a mindset of inner peace, stability, and innovation through the power of music. As Travis Scott brings this attitude to his sonic genius, the possibilities of what this record can end up doing are endless. While it is yet to be seen how Travis is going to execute on this vision, what we do know is that with tracks like Lost Forever with James Blake and Westside Gunn, and K-pop with The Weeknd and Bad Bunny, Utopia is going to be something that isn't just about Travis Scott. It's a bigger project about creating a new world and era of hip-hop and sound through bold innovation. It is going to push the boundaries of what hip-hop and music can be in an attempt to create something much more significant. Travis is assembling a body of work that puts together everything that this era and decade has been about so far, and he is doing something so much greater with it all. From Westside Gunn, who has been a king of underground hip-hop leading Griselda's takeover, to K-pop producer Binks, who has been just as important as Playboi Carti when it comes to forming the Rage sound taking over rap right now, to The Weeknd, who has arguably released the most iconic album of the 2020s so far, all the way to Bad Bunny, who has become a sensation taking over the world by storm. Utopia is forging an experience that is about to elevate the entire state of music and hip-hop in ways that we can't imagine. Travis Scott's cinematic approach towards album building is gearing up to give us an experience like nothing else we have ever witnessed in our lives. He is going to give listeners not just the album that they have been waiting for, but an experience that is all about them. He is aiming to deliver fans a piece of art that somewhere deep down inside has always been a part of their soul, and while this goal is ambitious and it will take a lot to pull off, there is no artist in today's world that I have more faith in than Travis Scott when, to quote him, it comes to giving listeners the power to create their own utopia. So between the ambitious rollout, the mind-bending philosophy, the embodiment of modern hip-hop and music strengths, and of course, the one-of-a-kind genius of Travis Scott, Utopia is bound to become the biggest musical landmark of our generation. It will open the floodgates for a new era of creativity within hip-hop's mainstream and perhaps the entirety of the music world. In the grander scheme of it all, if Travis Scott can pull off what he desires to with this record, he won't just inspire the next generation of artists, but more importantly, he'll inspire and change the lives of the fans listening to it. With all of these expectations and all of these high promises to deliver on, how do you think Utopia will turn out? Will Travis Scott deliver upon these huge promises, or will he let us down? Be sure to let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed that video, be sure to hit that like button. It helps me out a ton, and you should also subscribe while you're at it. If you're at the end of this video, I know you want to see more, and it is free to do. It really does help me out a ton. Thank you all for watching. Mr. F, Fantastic Hip Hop, signing out. Have a great day.